If I were John Gruden, I'd be saying, "Hey, man, I'll tell you what, that AB, man, he's a special cat. He's got a lot of potential. You know what I'm saying, man?" But I'm not John Gruden, and so it's an HE double hockey stick to the no. Absolutely not. Too much of a distraction, too much of a head case, off the field issues. He's been pretty much a locker room cancer everywhere he's been. I don't believe the short term success is worth the potential long term damage that he may do just in terms of quarterback confidence, team chemistry, making guys feel like they have to defend him if he's doing something he shouldn't be doing. Or I don't trust that he has this team's best interest at heart so much as he has his own best interest in wanting to reestablish himself as a top player in the league that people should value and pay a lot of money. I think that's more important to him than winning and winning a Super Bowl, which this team is on the cusp of being able to do. I don't think he's going to be able to get us over that hump without doing some damage. So it's a no. It's a no from me, dog.
Thanks, Randy. So I think the obvious with Antonio Brown is that he is the best talent out there available to be signed. But I also think the obvious is his huge character risk, like Alex pointed out. He's clearly probably going to be back in the league this year. He's been talking to several teams. I know they mentioned Baltimore and Seattle. I'm not as crazy set in stone against it as Alex, but he's just the 49er way seems to be a very serious thing there. And he definitely has never followed that type of attitude his entire career. He's definitely a me guy. And with as much crap as Garoppolo's taking right now from the media, the last thing we need is Garoppolo to miss him in a game and him to whine to the reporters about it and turn it into a big thing after the game. So I'm probably going to go with a no here as well.
Well, I think on the field, this is an absolute no-brainer. I mean, for 6 years, the last 6 years that he played, he was probably the best wide receiver in football. Now, all of his off-the-field stuff definitely makes things very complicated, and I think he's made plenty of money. He had the guaranteed money from the Raiders. He had more money from the Patriots. So I don't think he's going to look for a lot of money. So that could work. The kind of the angle I'm taking on this is he's going to be facing a suspension. So wherever he signs, they kind of know he's not going to be playing right away. I'm going to go under the guys that he's going to get a 10-game suspension. Now, what I'm going to say about this is I think because of that, I'm going to put an argument that the 49ers should sign him, because if for some reason there's an injury or someone underperforms, you're going to know by week 10. Plus, if you have Antonio Brown around for part, you'll understand who he is and what he's about and where he is as a person. If something doesn't work out, don't bring him back. Make sure the contract works out so it's a 1-year deal. You have a low risk but a high reward. And that way, if you get to that part in the season and you're needing something, he might be the answer that they're looking for. He's still a great receiver. And for Jimmy, if for some reason they don't have one of those guys they've been counting on, Debo or Trent Taylor or Jalen Hurd, you for sure have someone like this. I mean, he played one game last year and he scored a touchdown. He had 4 catches. Tom Brady absolutely loves him. So I would take the opposite approach only because I think it's a good backup plan in case something happens. You put him on the back burner. If it ends up working out, great. If it doesn't, oh well. And he's not gonna have an effect on that locker room. Nobody is gonna shake the confidence of Jimmy Garoppolo. I think we all need to give Jimmy enough credit. Jimmy is tough. He doesn't need any coddling. He can handle himself. He's a big time quarterback. So I would actually make this move. I would call Antonio Brown and I would sign him. That way when the league suspends him, I have him as a possibility. Plus, I can prevent him from going to Seattle. They're having internal talks about him. Thank you for listening to the 49ers Cutback podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Google Pods, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Don't forget to click the follow button so you won't miss an episode. You can always follow us on Twitter at 49ers Cutback. We'll be back soon with another great episode. Stay safe, and remember, the right way is always the 49ers way.